You would be surprised at how many people cannot connect with love on instantly. They might be able to connect with it when they think about their children, but they cannot apply that same love for their children to a stranger or to their enemy group. So what we want to do is be able to expand our boundaries. One of my favorite ways to do this is to come back to the experience of oneness directly. And this is not something that anybody can give you. It's not like something like you can force. It has to be clear seeing. We create the practice here. I give you the technology here, the conscious transformation technology. These things are called kits, conscious transformation technologies, or kits for short. They're just ways that we in transcendent psychology create the opportunities for this deeper seeing. Because once you see, you can't unsee. We'll get to that in just a moment. Felicity saying, intellect would tell you I'm stronger than them, so I need to help them first. Love would tell you helping you is helping them. Absolutely, love. Obligation can have you on autopilot and sometimes operating outside of love. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I wish I could tell Felicity's story on here. Because for her to say that, that's big. Obligation can have you on autopilot. This is a person who, Felicity, I don't believe she would mind me saying, this is a person who comes from a very duty-based family. You know, people who, they show up, but they're showing up on duty. They're showing up based off of certain roles, right? People are simply raised to just, we show up, we're going to take care of each other, but there's an obligation situation there. And how many of us have been raised with that? We're raised with obligations. We're raised to think that, oh, well, it's family, so I just got to go do this. Oh, they had my back, so I just got to show up for them in a way that may not even be natural to me, but it's certainly in a way that they just expect. It's a world of expectations, is that world of obligation. And so for Felicity to say obligation can have you on autopilot and sometimes operating outside of love, right? Because now you're just operating based off of pure expectation and not even your own, based off of somebody else's expectation about what you should be doing. That's deep. Sublime saying having attachments and living for other people's approval will make one physically sick. These are facts. Felicity saying facts. Facts. Twin saying I too have dealt with that frequency. My mom passed and she told me on her deathbed to keep the family together. So I can relate, but also him being the rock, that's how I feel you become that stone. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with being that stone. But being that stone because it is a natural consequence, it is endemic to who you are, it's because that is what love is asking for you to do, is different than being that stone because somebody thought you needed to be or because you think you need to be. One is a stable stone and the other one is a hollow stone because it's only so much weight. When you don't really love something, it's only so much that you can take before you say, "Oh, I don't even talk to them no more." You like turn away from the family entirely. You know what I'm saying? I don't even talk to them no more. When the expectations drive us away, the obligations drive us away. That's what I mean. We're working in a energy inefficient capacity if we're constantly giving ourselves over unto obligation instead of love. And so what I'm saying tonight is that you must choose one. You can choose a life of obligation or you can choose a life of love, but you cannot serve two masters. One must lead. One must lead. And so, with that said, folks, if you're watching this alone, bring someone with you next week because this is how we can expand this circle of healing so that people understand that when we're talking about healing, we're talking about self-healing first. If we do this well enough, if we take care of just what's here well enough, we create a ripple effect that affects other people without us even knowing. And certainly without us having to think about it.